chocolate milk with this character. Watch this shit. You get chocolate milk shots. It's actually kind of absurd. We have the Sawblade thing again. Hello. Oh, I'm so happy now. Here we go. Dude, it's just too easy. It's simply just too easy. Welcome back, everyone, to the BD1P Binding of Isaac modded series. Today is going to be a Bertrand run for win number 3 and episode number, I think, like 258, somewhere up there. But anyways, the question of the day today is going to be, put your answer in the comments down below. What TV show do you think had the best finale of all time, and why did you choose that specific show or that specific finale? Without further ado, let's get started. Your seed today is going to be 4MMYFHY1. Very weird looking seed, but we only have Delirium, Hush, Boss Rush, and I believe Beast to beat as this character. Then we're done with Bertrand forever, if we want to be. Very weird selection of notes to have to do here. I think we'll try and go for Boss Rush today, and then maybe Hush and Delirium. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. But for my answer for today's question, I think it's important to first kind of realize, like, what makes a good television finale? And what are some good things to look at to determine what made that finale great? And I think one of the most, I guess, well-renowned best finales for a TV show. Yeah, oh, you are one of those guys. I'm not gonna take that, I don't think. I think I'd rather just leave. But one of the most, I think, well-renowned and respected TV finales is from the hit titular television show Breaking Bad. Everybody at least knows what Breaking Bad is. It's got 3,000 memes every year made of it. It's an incredible, fucking just amazing show, man. Like, if you have not watched Breaking Bad, stop my video right now and go watch Breaking Bad. You will not regret that decision at all. Humbling bundle. An early humbling bundle is pretty tempting for a guy like me. So you know what? I'll definitely take that for sure. Oh, you're right there for sure. And I'm not going to give any major spoilers for this show because even though it came out like over a decade ago, it's still important to not spoil that shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give it in the vaguest terms possible. And if you've seen the ending, you know what I'm talking about. But essentially, the main character has this dilemma. He can either go and save himself, or he can try to save his old partner from being killed. And he chooses to go and save his old partner. And then a big thing happens that gives the character kind of a really interesting moral send-off. And the reason that finale is so renowned is because it did a great job of not only making you kind of give the main character a redemption arc, but also it gave the series a fitting conclusion, which a lot of TV shows don't really have because there's this whole idea of every single show needs to have an extended universe or some kind of like sequel potential. So it doesn't allow for a lot of these newer shows, especially on the Disney side of things, to just end and be fine ending. They always got to have something more after it. And it goes double for a show like Star Wars, where like every single new piece of media that comes out for Star Wars always has some big like end credits, big, ooh, this could happen next, you never know moment. And I hate it. I really honestly hate it. The thing that Breaking Bad understood is that while the show is beloved, it has to end. There has to be a send-off for these characters in order to make the show feel like it actually accomplished something that it wanted to do. And the spin-off show of Breaking Bad, or I guess the prequel show, Better Call Saul, is ending here very, very soon, and I'm just now catching up with the season 5 of Better Call Saul. And I gotta say, man, you might think Breaking Bad is like the show of the decade or the past decade, but I'm gonna tell you, Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, and I'm gonna stand by that. We're gonna actually do some sacrificing here, and I think it's going to be for the best. I really wish I had an extra heart container to do it with, though, because otherwise this sun card becomes almost essentially useless. But what I'm gonna do is a bit of an interesting, weird play. I'm gonna try to maintain my bone heart above all else. I'm gonna pop that, then I'm gonna use my sun card because I want to know where the secret room is going to be. I'm gonna do it one more time as well right now. Okay, no bomb, very sad. We really want to get a bomb for that room right there, and then hopefully off of that room, get another bomb to find our super secret room, and we're looking for pretty much only red hearts. Okay, we get an increased deal chance here. We did get it. Very, very nice. And I guess I wouldn't mind losing the Bone Heart if it came down to that. I think what we have to do here is just keep sacrificing. That was honestly, like, so perfect for us. Hold on. You do that. Okay. Deal or no deal? No deal. I'm going to go to my secret room first. I want to also grab my foiled death card because if an enemy does die with this card, it could drop us a black card, which would be really, really good in our current situation. Okay, there is... Do you go for the guaranteed heart or do you go... I'm going to go for the other secret room. There could be a million red hearts in there. And it can literally only be like right here. Beautiful. Woo, okay. That is more than ideal for us. Thank God. I'm going to keep going deeper. Honestly, I'm going to go deeper. Because if we can get the key piece here, dude. Wait, hold on. I'm going to try to go for a foiled death play here. Pop up. We did get a black card as well. That's pretty nice. We get bombs back. We can do this. Dude, everything is working out in spades right now. We are pretty much at... Oh, I didn't get an HP up from that, did I? It broke on me. Damn. But we are still sitting very pretty right now. We have more cards. Hold on.
Justice.
Okay, now we can finally move on down. Thank the Lord. But to go back to our main discussion here, Breaking Bad had what I think, I would consider at least to be a perfect television finale. I think it wrapped the show up beautifully. It kind of, I can't really say much without spoiling it, but the people you grew, why did we gain stats from that? What? The people you grew to really like within that show, that being like Jesse and Saul, they ended up pretty much getting the ending they deserved, and the sequel movie, El Camino, was just another one of those perfect kind of wrap-ups there. And it's weird too because I'm so against the idea of shows like refusing to end, yet I really enjoyed El Camino, I really enjoy Better Call Saul, and I really fucking love The Walking Dead, all of which are continuations or are long-standing entries in a franchise that should have had a more concrete ending, I think. But for some reason, these just lend themselves more to it. But I think with Better Call Saul being a prequel show to Breaking Bad, it kind of gets a pass because you're not following the story of any of your Breaking Bad characters. You're following the story of Jimmy McGill or Saul Goodman, not necessarily Skyler or Walter or Hank or Jesse. You're following what is a separate plot entirely. Sure, Mike's there and things like that, but you're primarily focusing on the story of not even Saul, but more just like Jimmy. Like, you're focusing on the person behind the Saul Goodman name. And that's a really creative way to do a prequel show, I think. Oh, baby. Okay, here's the thing, is Sci-Fly gives us real good defense, and we can upgrade it with the sewing machine, or we can get the item that is apparently a synergy with Bertrand. Dude, I actually really love chocolate milk with this character. Watch this shit. You get chocolate milk shots. It's actually kind of absurd. And you know what? I think I will buy Broken Modem. I like the item. We're getting some good stuff right now. I'm pretty happy with this run as it's all turning out. But anyways, going back to our central point, Breaking Bad's finale was, I think, perfect. The El Camino kind of, woo, yes? We might just get conjoined, or Beelzebub. Well, we did not. We were close to Beelzebub. We were very, very close to it. We might even get Beelzebub on the run because of this one fucking room. We are getting items in spades right now. Holy shit. What an interesting arcade. Not a tears up. It is a health up, though. Golden pill? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Laxative. Yuck. I like getting yuck hearts, sure. Gulp is good. Estrogen. Oh my god. Fested. Health up. Retrovision. Telepills. And now we're in the boss fight. Okay. We have destroyed this run already. I think we already have a guaranteed win on our hands. I really want to go for boss rush. We're kind of behind on the time right now. I could try and speed run though to get that. You never know. What's our deal going to give us this floor? Huh? What's going on in here? Luck upgrade is fine by me. Goat Head's huge. Scorched Earth. Nah, I don't care. And Gimpy's also very good. I'm going to go for Boss Rush. We're going to go real speedy quick here right now, okay? And we do get Prayer card, which actually, dude, with... Oh, that was the Halo, you motherfucker. But with the having Goat Head, I think Prayer card's going to be extra good. But I do think that I think El Camino also gets a pass, though, because El Camino was more of a kind of, like, reunion for the cast. Not really. It was more of just like a, hey, the show's been out for like 10 years. Here's kind of a celebratory movie. It was less as a Breaking Bad continuation and more of just like the story having fun. And you can tell it's the truth because there were people that I knew that watched El Camino in theaters that had not seen Breaking Bad and still understood the story fairly well. And that honestly shows you've made a really, really, really good piece of media. Hold on. Slam? I did not get my... where are my slams at, dude? Ay. Leech is great. Ooh. Does this stack? We're going to try it. We're going to go for it here. I like Dark Princess Crown as well. All right, speeding along here. So whether you consider Breaking Bad to be the end of the Breaking Bad lineage, or you consider that to be El Camino, I think it does stack, actually. Holy shit. Or you consider, I guess Better Call Saul could be considered the ending of Breaking Bad because of the kind of flash forwards you get from Saul Goodman in that show. So honestly, man, like any of those shows could be considered the Breaking Bad finale or the Breaking Bad ending. And that's kind of cool. I actually really, really, really enjoy that. And I think more shows should do stuff like that where instead of trying to make the story, like with Star Wars, right? It has its own like separate trilogies, but they all kind of converge at a certain point to make one grander story. And it makes the finales of the individual trilogies and things like that hold less weight in my eyes. Like, I think Star Wars would be much more effective at storytelling if things were allowed to stand on their own. Think, for example, The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is a fantastic show. It's one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars media to ever exist, but I think it would have honestly been more fun to watch from a big fan's perspective if it didn't have to tie into some big overarching Palpatine, Snoke, or Skywalker plot. Honestly, dude, seeing Luke in that show, Skywalker, annoyed the fuck out of me. Like, I wanted it to just be a story about a bounty hunter, and maybe even some more Mandalorian Creed type stuff that the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels touched upon. But it had to be some grandiose, like, plot about Luke Skywalker and his Jedi Academy and shit like that. Is there a magic mushroom in that mushroom? You're lying to me. There's a crawl space, though. There's a crawl space, which has nothing worth my time. I gotta go faster here, man. Give me a telepills right now. Nope. That's nice. That's not so nice. This is actually a really, really good golden pill. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna spam pop this shit, dude. Oh, no, help me. I lied about that. Help me. I'm gonna go for a bunch of heart containers there. I mean, our stats are looking good. The run's looking good. It's just we're getting low on this boss rush timer here. We got to start pushing our luck a little bit more. How fast can we really go here? But man, I'm sorry, but I'm getting tired of even like the Book of Boba Fett having to tie in. Well, you know what? That's a lie, actually. The Book of Boba Fett may have been kind of boring, but it was brave enough to make its own story and to stand by that for a little. Actually, no, I lied. Book of Boba Fett does that thing with Ahsoka and Luke a lot. So you know what? No. Book of Boba Fett, you're also, what's alive? You're also really guilty of being, of falling victim, I guess, to the, I'm gonna do it, the overarching, ouch, Star Wars plot that is just very fucking annoying. And this is the idea that none of these characters can stand on their own. It always has to tie back to Luke or Rey in some way. Now, the Obi-Wan TV show, because it's supposed to center around Obi-Wan kind of protecting Luke and avoiding the Inquisitors, I think there's really good Mimic Door, by the way, potential for that show to have its own story. Now, here's what I mean by that. Something like The Mandalorian. doesn't really have a reason to be tied to any grander Star Wars plot, right? But they did it anyways. And I think when they're trying to force this idea of Obi-Wan already being entwined in the galaxy's plot, they're going to allow the character to, I think, more adventure on his own and do more things like that. Now, it might sound kind of dumb because, again, like, his whole purpose in Star Wars is to pretty much protect and mentor Luke for a while. But because we've already seen him do that plenty of times, the director might be like, you know what? Why don't we let Obi-Wan do some just absolutely, like, solo cool shit? And it will definitely lend itself to the character more in my eyes. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm getting kind of soured on Star Wars recently. Despite the new Lego game being insane, I'm kind of extremely over the Star Wars media of the last year or so. Especially with Book of Boba Fett just being, like, not good. And here, I actually liked the show at first. I liked the slow burn of the Boba Fett character kind of going from bounty hunter to, like, a fighter for the people. I actually thought that it was a very nice evolution for him to go through. However, they didn't really commit to it super hard. I could sacrifice. We can still make it, trust me. They didn't really commit to it super hard. And by the end of the show, it just felt like a way to shoehorn in more CGI Luke and more Grogu shit without having the Mandalorian actor. Ooh, what is this? Dahl's Pure Body? Upgrades everything to super? Okay. It's a great Daddy Longlegs, and that's also really good. Let's just go a little bit faster here if we can, please. Emperor card is so good. Emperor card is like what I needed exactly on this run. We can actually make boss rush now. Holy shit. We're gonna have to skip a lot of our next floor, but we can definitely still make boss rush now. As long as we find our boss on this floor, like ASAP, we're gonna be in the clear. Please be right here. Oh my god, we're so lucky. Okay, this is gonna be the boss rush run for sure. Just stop taking dumb damage for once in your career. All right, let's do it. Go quick. Double Gertie is fine. We have super Daddy Longlegs for doing insane damage. I can actually stomp you. Never mind, I missed. Oh, well. We get our devil deal. We already saw our deal. Never mind. We already saw the angel already. Cool. Okay. It'll be risky, but we're going for it. We're going for it. Boss rush, here we come. Let's just pop the Emperor card now, and we'll go for it. I am a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. Oh my god, our damage output is actually insane. The long legs we have, that big spider guy, he's doing God's work. Okay, we got her. Boss rush is open. We're also gonna go negative to have the extra damage for boss rush right now. We'll walk in here. Quasar is okay. We already have the other thing of Dahl. Oh. That's kind of a unique synergy. I'll take that. You know what? That's a very interesting synergy. I'll go for it. Everything will now by default be Ultra. We have the Sawblade thing again. Hello? Oh, I'm so happy now. Here we go. Now I think if we just spin when we get our charge off, we should just win forever. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. That's like the greatest thing to have as this character is Sawblade plus chocolate milk spin. And if we want to as well, do one of these. Dude, it's just too easy. It's simply just too easy. All right, it's boss rush time. So anyway, I can banter now for a bit. Talking about Star Wars again, if every story could stand on its own, it would be a lot more, I think, cohesive and fun as a franchise. Like, I know the idea is to build up the galaxy and make the Star Wars universe seem super open and big, but I think by confining it all to one central story, you're doing the opposite of that. You're not allowing the story to truly flourish. Like, if The Mandalorian was a standalone kind of deal, we would have a much different side of the universe to explore. That being the bounty hunter side and the Mandalorian Creed side, as opposed to just like, oh, now he's giving Grogu to Luke to train to be a Jedi because everything has to revolve around Luke and the Jedi for some reason. But if you would have allowed the story to do its own thing and explore new planets and shit like that, it would be in a much more... It would be in a better and much more open place for sure. I'm taking some real dumb hits here, I've noticed. Get your saw blades out. That guy's gonna piss me off up here. Open up. Open up. There we go. Just be extra careful. If you just spin, you should be okay. Because Long Legs Daddy is doing God's work as well. But I don't know. I'm really hoping we get a new standalone piece of media that isn't just some kind of like Anakin Luke story, or even Rey. And they're working on another trilogy right now, another film trilogy that is. It's focusing more on the, it's a prequel trilogy. It's focusing on the Knights of the Old Republic from before the Phantom Menace, which I know for a fact they're gonna shoehorn some dumb like Darth Plagueis, Darth Sidious shit in there. It's like, come on, just please give me a standalone story this time. It's why other like big media forms like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are able to do their own thing with freedom, is because they can introduce new characters. They can do new things that aren't gonna affect the main continuity. And I like that a lot. And I think it's very important that you allow your franchise, again, to explore unique depths. And I don't think any Star Wars finale, not even the OG trilogy, is going to be considered for a good ending. Maybe the final one in the prequels, Revenge of the Sith. I love Revenge of the Sith so much. But actually, believe it or not, the third Star Wars movie that has the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight is my favorite Star Wars movie ever. I love the way they portrayed the fight, and I love the way they portrayed pretty much everything in that movie. I thought it was actually amazing. Also, I am a sucker for General Grievous. I love that dude. A coughing robot is the best idea for a character that Star Wars has fucking ever had in its entire multi-decade span. It really is just incredible. Anybody else want to get hit by my swinging chocolate milk stuff? Damage up, huge. We're getting close to done here. We have 3 more waves to go. I am excited. We almost died a couple of times here, but I think we're doing okay, generally speaking. Also, the Gimpy Red Heart drops are also to blame for that. We can also use the Red Heart drops to farm for Soul Hearts once the waves are actually over and get our HP back up to a good standard. Hit me if you want. I don't care. I've got plenty of HP to go around, dog. I've got plenty of HP to go around. All right, 2 more waves to go. Watch out. Okay, good. This is one of the harder waves for sure. I'm going to be a little bit ultra focused here. We're going to go for a slam. Nice. We'll get it back up here. Okay, last wave. Oh, this is an insanely easy wave for our last one. How anticlimactic, dude. It was an easy boss rush, though. It's all that I can be happy about right now. It was a very, very easy boss rush. And what is our final item gonna be? I wonder. Beautiful. What's it gonna be, boys? The pail? I'm gonna red rune that. After, of course, I farm for some soul heart drops here. Okay. We have a good amount of HP right now. I do want to take this run to Hush and Delirium so we can get almost all of our post-it marks out of the way. And we have a good shot. Our time is very okay right now. We're at 22 minutes. All right, I think you just move on down now. But I guess another one of these endings we can talk about, or finales we can talk about, is a much more controversial one. One that originally was not received well. Why are we not getting... We have keys. It's giving us broken hearts and not soul hearts, though. Weird. Anyways, though, one that was originally not adored by fans and actually pissed quite a lot of people off when it first came out. And if you haven't guessed it already, I'm talking about the Twin Peaks Season 1 finale, where the killer is not revealed and it ends on a big cliffhanger. Now, David Lynch is a very interesting director. He tends to leave every single one of his films up to interpretation and is kind of seen as a bit pretentious for that, when I don't think he really is that pretentious. I think he's a very... Out of all of the kind of art house director films, I think Lynch is one of the easiest ones to dissect, in my opinion. But anyways, the ending of Twin Peaks Season 1, the big mystery of the entire show was who killed the homecoming queen. And you figure to yourself, by the end of the first season, at least back in the 90s, you would figure out the culprit or the murderer of this girl. However, the ending does not reveal who the killer is, and in fact, it only adds more mystery to it by allowing the main character to get shot in his own hotel room by a mystery assailant, who you might assume is the killer, true, but it still does not tell you anything more you need to know about who actually killed the homecoming queen or who shot Dale Cooper. Now, it might seem normal for today for seasons like that to end off on a cliffhanger, and to be quite frank with you, it is seen as more normalized these days, to have seasons kind of act as more of ways to keep people coming back in the future, as opposed to actual dedicated finales to storylines. But back then, it really wasn't, and there is a very famous like news report out there, or I guess it would be like a video of this newscasting program who were interviewing Twin Peaks fans about the finale, because it was one of the biggest shows of all time. And a lot of the fans are saying, like, I thought it was kind of dumb. Like, we don't even know who the fucking killer is. It's kind of shitty of Lynch to not let us know who the actual killer is after a whole, 7 episodes of build up there and a weird foreign movie about it too. It was like a very kind of polarizing ending. Now, looking back, in my own eyes, I thought it was pretty okay, to be honest with you. I think that at least being able to binge the entire show back to back now, the ending makes a lot more sense. But I don't know, like, people were way too up in arms about that shit. Like, the whole show is supposed to be a mystery. Where's the fun if you don't have any mystery anymore? Like, they didn't plan to release the killer of Laura Palmer ever in the show. And I'm not going to tell who it is because it'd be kind of a big spoiler, but to let it be known, it didn't even reveal who the killer was until midway through Season 2, which also still pissed a lot of people off because they just wanted to know who it was, and they figured, oh, at least in, Season 2, Episode 1, we'll know who shot Dale, and that'll let us know who the actual culprit is. When no, that's not how it went. They waited another, 8 episodes to reveal who the killer of Laura was. And when it came out, it ended up being a pretty big twist, but it's weird, man. Like, people really did not like that finale. And I think that, as a whole, Twin Peaks' third season, or the unofficial third season, I guess, the finale of that show is very weird. Very, very fucking weird. And I honestly, as Twin Peaks being my favorite show of all time, like, above anything else, that includes The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad and all of that, I didn't really enjoy the finale because it felt like it was kind of a cop-out. And I'm not going to detail what it was, because number one, it's way too hard to explain what happened in the finale. And number two, I don't want to give any big spoilers for any up-and-coming Twin Peaks fans out there, which you should watch the show, by the way. But the ending to me was just a bit off. Like, I felt like it was a little bit too self-parodying. Like, it didn't really... It took itself too seriously. The show as a whole, Twin Peaks, is not meant to be a serious show. It actually, its messages, it's being a parody of the consistent violence on TV of that era. And because of that, there really shouldn't be a serious central message or a serious big plot point within the confines of the show. Now, it's going to be kind of a hot take because people tend to think the finale of Twin Peaks is fairly, ooh, we can do a fun little thing here. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, we can suplex bosses? I'll take the tick, sure. Why not? It seems pretty good, actually. People like the finale a lot, but I think it takes the show and its own message a bit too seriously, and it ends up being just overtly confusing and pretty self-gratifying for no reason, if that makes sense. Like, David Lynch only made Season 3 because of the fans wanting it. He didn't really want to make a Season 3, or that, for that matter, a full Season 2 by any means, because Season 2, he left the project for the entirety of the second half of Season 2. Once the network forced him to reveal who the actual killer was, he got pissed and left. He came back for a Season 3 because fans wanted it, and the season gave fans What? Oh, don't crash my goddamn game this far in, dude. God. Okay, we finally made it back. Let's see what's happening in here. I really miss having more HP, but I really can't do much about that right now. Come on. Why is my head getting stuck in walls and shit now? That crash fucked up a lot of weird stuff on this run. Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure. All right, don't crash. Good, no crash. We can get into the hush door now, which is very, very nice. We want to be at 1 heart, 1 red heart, that is. So we're going to actually end up buying both of these. And now I can feel a lot more comfortable going to fight Hush. Our HP, yes, it's not in the best position, but hear me out. We're going to be okay. Trust me. Anyways, what were we talking about just a minute ago? It was about Twin Peaks' finale. I thought the finale, again, was a bit too self-gratifying. Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge, boys. Do I do it? I wanted to be at 1 heart, but we do need a bit more HP, so I'm going to take the body, dude. Fuck it. We'll see what happens with that, I guess. Anything? No upgrades to go through. Can we get some more familiars in here then instead? Cancer is just absurdly powerful right now. What's that? Contagion? It's okay. Can we get a crawl space is my next question, though. Do we have the means for a crawl space? But yeah, I thought that the finale was kind of up its own ass a little bit, and it was just confusing to be confusing. Now, again, the 3rd season was only made because fans were begging for it, and Lynch's perspective was that he was going to give the fans what they wanted, even if it was against what he wanted. So he gave the fans what they asked for, and although he didn't really like the way the story was going, he still went through with it because the fans wanted it, which might have led to the finale being, in my eyes, a little bit lazy just because. That's apparently a really good item. It becomes like a better familiar the more it goes on. How are we not Beelzebub, by the way? We now have like 3 different fly items. Okay, stop bombing shit. You're being an idiot. Give some money back to your machine. Well, buy the cards could be huge. Buy the cards as well. World card for the Void Floor would be actually fairly nice. And we'll just give some money away, I guess, and see what happens. Well, it's time for the chance for bloody piercing boomerang tears. Fuck it, dude. It's time for the Hush fight. Here we go. And I respect Lynch for doing that, though. To give the fans what they wanted to have all along. I respect that. I really, really, really do. But I don't know. It led to a kind of a confusing and rushed finale, in my opinion, which is not what you want to have happening in a show that is as complex as Twin Peaks. But it wasn't like it was a terrible finale. It just, to me, felt a bit weird. You can still enjoy the show if you want. I mean, it is, I think, the best show to ever be made on television. It's very, I don't want to say cerebral, but it does require a bit more thought, and it's intentional in that way, and I enjoy that. But Twin Peaks, not a contender for best finale in any regard. Fans were pissed off by Season 1. Season 2's finale, though. Now, that one, to me, is maybe a perfect finale. I thought that Lynch coming back for those final 3 episodes really made that finale shine. It is just perfect. The foreshadowing, the characters all being there, everything about that to me was perfect. So Twin Peaks Season 2, I would say The Walking Dead Season 5's finale was pretty okay. I liked Season 4's a bit more, though. I don't know. I'm in the middle of The Walking Dead right now. We just started Season 6 recently, and that one character death in Season 6, I'm not going to say who it was, but that one death in Episode 3, like, it literally made me turn the show off. I was so heartbroken. Like, I was almost close to crying. That death was just... Oh, I can't even talk about it, dude. Like, I was sitting watching it with my girlfriend, and when that thing happened, like, we both went quiet, and we didn't talk for, like, a solid 5 minutes. It was just, emotionally, it kind of broke me, because that was my favorite character in the entire show, and he deserved so much more. I can't even talk about it, dude. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you've watched The Walking Dead, and if you haven't, again, like, The Walking Dead in between the first 2 seasons became one of my top favorite shows, like top 5 shows. I think it's Twin Peaks, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. I know they're very basic picks, but I eat those shows up, man. I really do. They're very, very good. We can just shred everything right now, huh? We are crushing Hush, by the way. Like, our DPS output for only having 11 damage is kind of absurd, and it's only getting better with the inclusion of Chocolate Milk and Sawblades. I really can't complain. I'm gonna go for a slam. That was great. That was honestly perfect. But yeah, I just want to talk about today, like, just some of my favorite TV shows and their finales and how I think they manage them. Mandalorian finales, always garbage, complete shit. I hated them. The show's amazing, but God, stop putting Luke and Ahsoka in everything. And Ahsoka's my favorite Star Wars character as well. But goddamn, I'm starting to hate seeing her in all of these media forms that isn't just like Bad Batch or Clone Wars and shit like that. We're gonna kill Hush like right here, by the way. This run is going fantastic. Are we gonna beat Delirium though is the question. With Cancer, it's very plausible, but I think our DPS needs a bit of a buff to make that happen, for sure. It's not set in stone yet, at least. All right, we're moving, dude. Our marks on this character are insane. We only have... Are we missing another one? I thought we only had Delirium and Beast left. I might be missing one other one. Do we not have Mega Satan done? I guess we haven't fought Mega Satan yet is the other one. Forgot about that. Oh well, not a big deal. Let's go. Whoa, let's go on down, boys. I am excited. And we have found our Delirium fight, although... I'm not gonna go fight him yet. We can definitely do more on this run right now, for sure. We need more items, I think, is the bottom line here. We are sitting at 9 base damage, but we also do have double Bloody Lust for increased room damage. It still isn't enough for me yet. We do have Giga Bombs for Delirium now, though. 1 Bone Heart, 3 Giga Bombs, targets enemies familiar that spawns a bomb when colliding. So you're upgradable. Do we get you upgraded right away? I believe we do. Oh, you're already a super. Oh my god, that's insane. Okay. Okay. Our last boss fight gave us Star of Bethlehem. Okay, sure. I'm very happy to see that, I guess. Now, that's going to be a very nice book to have in the fight. We're going to keep that. Actually, I'm going to take that right now. That'll be very, very nice to have. Oh, the boss pool sucks. No big news there. Anyways, guys, I think it's time. I think it is time you walk in. You have a lot of HP. You're pretty beefed up right now. I feel pretty safe, but still kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Here you go. Use your Book of Shadows to get in there and deal some close contact damage if you can. It's about to run out, so be careful. Yep, there it is. All right. You became Greed? You can do that? Never would have guessed, honestly. Are you stuck as Greed? No, there we go. I never would have guessed that. Very cool mod addition there. Very nice. Broken Modem helps this fight out a lot, by the way. We're doing consistently big damage, though, it looks like. Be careful. I'm just going to stand in here, I think, because it makes all of your tiers homing, and you do more damage this way as well. If I can just stand in here and spin the entire time, I might just genuinely be okay. It also has damage reduction in here as well. Oh, you're in a beautiful spot right now, sir. This shreds. This fucking shreds. I am not going to move. I am standing right here the entire fight. Sorry. Come back over here, please. You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Am I, though? Am I, though, is the question. This is perfect. No, you're gone again. I mean, we do win this run. Look at his HP right now. There is no question about it. We do win this run. It's all about spinning to win, baby. It's all it's about. Get risky with it. Walk in there. Do some big stuff. Double hearts right there. Lovely. We have the half damage from Cancer as well. Nice spawn for you next to our Star of Bethlehem, too. Okay, you're out of here. You can be risky right now. There's no harm in that. You're getting fucked up, dude. Admit it. You've lost. Our Bertrand spin to win chocolate milk Sawblade run to Delirium has not failed us whatsoever. Well, if you enjoyed that run and my commentary, a like and a comment goes a very long way for a small channel like mine. But in the meantime, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye.